to all charges, which include second-degree homicide, filing a false police report, and assault of a child under 8 years old, causing bodily injury resulting in death. He is reportedly set to be sentenced November 3rd. Rebecca Haro did not plead guilty. Her case will continue. Baby Emmanuel's remains have not been found. We'll have the latest on these developments in a live report coming up at 1 o'clock. Also today, U.S. military exercises happening in Southern California this weekend could disrupt local traffic.
The Marine Corps' 250th anniversary celebration may include shooting missiles from Navy ships into Camp Pendleton. KTLA's Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost has more from Laguna Niguel.
This has been a confusing story to follow, especially if you got plans this weekend to go down to San Diego on the 5 freeway. There are reports the 5 could be closed and not closed. A lot of confusion. We think we've got some of it straightened out now. What we do know is that train service through the Orange County, San Diego County area will be affected. Talk about that in a moment, but first let's talk a little bit about what was causing a lot of this confusion. It's an event called Sea to Shore, going to be held at Camp Pendleton to celebrate the Marines' 250th birthday. Now, according to the Marines, this will include some live fire demonstrations from some of the equipment and some of the resources they have at the Marine base there. They do a lot of training. It's obviously known for a great training base because of its coastal location. Also, we're told that Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and Vice President J.D. Vance may be in attendance. So it's supposed to be a big deal. But as you mentioned at the top, there were some reports that the demonstrations they're doing could involve firing missiles from ships over the 5 freeway on Camp Pendleton. Is that true? We don't know. Everything we're seeing is reports say. We reached out to if they can confirm whether or not that is the case. But what Camp Pendleton officials have said is that they have done all safety protocols. The I-5 does not need to be shut down. There was confusion because of some tweets by Governor Gavin Newsom that they might have to shut it down. It's been clarified. It does not appear I-5 will have to be shut down for this event. We've asked Caltrans just for 100% confirmation on that, reached out to them, haven't heard back, but it seems like what we're hearing now, I-5 won't be shut down. But what will be affected, as we were talking about, is the train service. Let's first talk about MetroLink. What's going to be happening with the MetroLink trains during this event? According to MetroLink, Orange County and Inland Empire Orange County line trains will originate and terminate at the Laguna Niguel Mission Viejo station. That's where we're at right now. It says only OC line train 1668 is expected to complete its normal route. So they're going to be stopping short of going through that area where Camp Pendleton is or near Camp Pendleton. As far as Amtrak and Pacific Surfliner, they put out a statement saying that they will have service disruptions between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Saturday. So if you're taking the trains, you might be affected. Looks like you're affected. Taking the freeway, it doesn't look like that right now, but it's been a confusing morning, a confusing day or so. Maybe something will change. If it does, we'll let you know. After that event Saturday, they're going to have a beach bash at Del Mar in the San Diego area following that event Saturday. We'll keep it posted. Latest we know, 5 freeway will stay open. Trains will be affected. For now, reporting here in Laguna Niguel, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.
Kai, it's one of those days outside.
What a beautiful office Chip has in Laguna Niguel today. And we all here in Southern California are looking at just a spectacular Thursday afternoon. This is a great live shot from the airport, downtown Los Angeles, off into the horizon, San Gabriel Valley, and eventually the San Bernardino National Forest, where we saw a good dusting of snow on Tuesday, and it continues to linger today. Beautiful. But the big story is the Dodger game. This afternoon, and it is going to be just as beautiful as it is currently. We're looking forward to that first pitch bringing a temperature of about 73 to 74 degrees. Then into the later innings, once the sun continues to stay up, we've got 68 degrees by the time we head towards 6 o'clock, 66 once we get into 7 o'clock this afternoon. Again, game 3 against the Brewers, and let's hope the Dodgers can pick up that third win. We've got, once again, a phenomenal afternoon from the coast to the mountains, the deserts. We've got a little bit of some light cloud cover up in the Central Valley, but again, a great forecast going ahead. I'll have that for you when I come back in a couple of minutes.
Federal officials say they have arrested and filed criminal charges against 2 LA area real estate developers accused of fraud and misuse of public homelessness funds. U.S. Attorney Bill Esley says 31-year-old Cody Holmes was arrested this morning for allegedly siphoning public funds earmarked to build housing for the homeless. Among several other offenses, authorities accuse Holmes of making a $2.2 million payment to his personal credit card using the Project Home Key money. In a separate case, a grand jury indicted 44-year-old real estate developer Stephen Taylor, who is accused of lying to banks to obtain loans and inflating the value of properties sold to Project Home Key developers.
Investigations that led to the Holmes arrest and Taylor indictment are just the beginning. We will continue to go where the evidence takes us. We are tracking billions of dollars of public money coming into our 7-county district that is intended to be going to address homelessness. Too often, this money has been wasted, mismanaged, or outright stolen.
In total, the pair are accused of stealing more than $50 million in homelessness funding.
Organizers of Saturday's No Kings protest in downtown LA held a news conference today ahead of that event.
Their message is that the Trump administration must be ended.
We are advocating for the immediate constitutional removal of this regime. No kings in America. We have a wannabe authoritarian who every single day is violating this Constitution.
We, the American people, will not accept a king, will not accept a dictator, and most importantly, will not accept a Führer.
Well, Saturday, millions around the country are expected to attend No Kings protests. They are expecting over 250,000 people at the downtown LA event. There are also local demonstrations planned in Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, and more. In June, an estimated 5 million people nationwide took to the streets for the first No Kings protest. A full list of rallies can be found at nokings.org.
Emotions ran high as the LA Board of Parks and Rec met today to consider proposed changes to MacArthur Park. One proposal is to create a new wetlands area that will also capture and treat stormwater. Another is on improving public safety at the park in LA's Westlake District that's near downtown LA. The idea is to put a wrought iron fence around the park with 8 different entry points. Some people voiced opposition.
Building a fence instead of addressing the issue will simply push the houselessness population into neighboring streets and alleys while cutting the community off from an important area of respite.
The action of putting up a fence not only creates a hostile feeling in our communities, it also sends a message that this park is an unwelcoming place for the poor.
What about the unhoused? I feed the unhoused.
One man confronted Parks and Rec board members as they left the meeting, yelling at them for not caring about the homeless people in the park, referring to the fencing proposal. Board members have previously said fences at other parks help keep the area safer.
All right, did you feel it or at least participate in it?
We are talking about the statewide earthquake drill that took place this morning. KTLA's Omar Lewis is in downtown LA with a look at how this year's Great California Shakeout went. Omar, you're a professional in drop, cover, and hold.
I am at this point, Sam and Lou. Good afternoon to you both. We did the earthquake simulator just yesterday, and today I can tell you more than 10 million Californians took part in the Great California Shakeout event, which is much more than a yearly earthquake drill. Officials say it's about training your body to respond immediately the moment that the shaking starts and having those key essentials already in place. We can take you to the video and tell you that scientists say it's not if a massive earthquake will hit Southern California, but when. Unfortunately, we were inside the LA Emergency Operations Center at 10:16 this morning. That's when the Great California earthquake drill alert was sent to more than 10 million Californians. signed up for the My Shake app here event. Participants were told to drop to the ground, cover, and hold on to protect themselves until the shaking stops in a real earthquake. The shakeout drill simulates a 7.8 magnitude quake along the southern San Andreas Fault, the kind of event that could rattle the region for nearly 2 minutes, causing more than 1,800 deaths, 50,000 injuries, and $200 billion in damage, according to the U.S. Geological Survey models. That's why statewide drills involving schools, officials, and families is designed to build what experts call muscle memory. The key message from emergency officials today: don't waste time asking any questions or trying to run outside. When the ground begins to move, instinct and seconds are what save lives.
It's important for the public to understand that we are not going to come to your house right away if it's a big earthquake. That means you need to be self-sufficient. We need to do the greatest amount of good for the greatest amount of people, and that's going to large places of assemblage, from Dodger Stadium to schools to major infrastructure that could be compromised, like freeway overpasses.
Make sure that your family has a plan. The city's Ready Your LA Neighborhood program, or RYLAN, provides free and easy-to-use tools.
I want to put the information on your screen. Some of those key details include having a 72-hour emergency kit, storing 1 gallon of water per person per day, keeping first aid supplies handy, and knowing how to turn off your gas line in case of leaks here. So back out here live, we can tell you that the shakeout.org website is the place to go for all of those details, or you can download the My Shake app to participate in the next